My fiancé said, "I want to be with you, but I need to sleep with my ex one last time for closure." I said, "Take all the closure you need." Then I called her dad. The look on her face when he showed up at her ex's apartment. I, 28 male, am still processing what happened last week. Been with Jenna, 26, for 3 years, engaged for 6 months, wedding planned for next spring, or was. Last Tuesday we're having dinner at home. She's been weird for days, distant, checking her phone constantly. Then she drops it. "Marcus, I need to tell you something." I put down my fork. That tone never leads anywhere good. Trevor reached out last week. Her ex, the musician wannabe who treated her like garbage for 2 years before she finally left him. We've been talking. My stomach dropped. Talking. Just catching up, but she took a deep breath. I realized I never got proper closure with him. It ended so abruptly, and there's still unresolved feelings. Unresolved feelings. I'm echoing her like an idiot, but my brain's trying to catch up. Not love. She grabbed my hand. "I love you, I want to marry you, but I need to close that chapter properly before we start our life together." "And how exactly do you close this chapter?" She pulled her hand back, looked at her plate. "I need to see him one more time, spend time with him, talk through everything." Spend time. One night. Just to get it out of my system. To know for sure that you're the one I choose. The silence stretched. "Finally, you're asking permission to sleep with your ex." "It's not like that. It's about closure, understanding why it didn't work, confirming that what we have is real." By sleeping with him, you're making it sound so crude. It's emotional closure. The physical part is just part of that process. I stared at her. 3 years, ring on her finger, wedding venue booked, and she's sitting here dead serious, asking to go bang her ex for closure. "You know what, Jenna? Take all the closure you need." Her face lit up. "Really, you understand?" "Absolutely, go right ahead." She launched herself at me, covering my face with kisses. "You're amazing. So mature. This is why I love you. It's just one night, and then we'll be stronger than ever." "When were you planning this closure session?" "Saturday? He has a show Friday night." "So, perfect. Text me the address." She blinked. "Why?" "Just want to know where you are, for safety." More kisses. More "you're the best" and so understanding. She practically skipped to bed. I waited until she was asleep. Then I scrolled through her phone. Yeah, I know, but she just asked to screw her ex, so privacy's out the window. Found Trevor's address in their text chain. Lots of "can't wait to see you" and "missed this" with heart emojis. Classy. Then I did something that probably makes me an AH, but zero regrets. I called her dad. Richard's a tough dude. Marine veteran, owns a construction company, still does CrossFit at 58. Also conservative as hell and thinks his daughter walks on water. We get along great. He's already calling me son and talking about teaching his future grandkids to fish. "Marcus, it's late. Everything okay?" "Hey Richard, yeah, sorry to call so late. Quick question. Jenna mentioned she's helping her friend Sarah move on Saturday. Did she tell you guys?" "Wanted to make sure we're coordinating stories right." Pause. "She told her mother she's having a girls' spa weekend." "Interesting. Must have gotten mixed up. My bad." "Marcus, what's going on?" I sighed. "I don't want to get in the middle of this, but she's planning to visit Trevor on Saturday." The silence was deafening. Then Trevor, her ex Trevor, the one who... He didn't finish, but I knew. Trevor had cheated on Jenna multiple times. Richard had threatened to rearrange his face when they broke up. "Yeah, she says she needs closure." "Closure?" His voice was deadly quiet. "Look, I just thought you should know. She's an adult, her choices, but..." "What's the address?" I gave it to him. We hung up without another word. Saturday came. Jenna spent 2 hours getting ready. New lingerie, I saw the tags in the trash, fresh manicure, the works. Kissed me goodbye like she was going to work. "I'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you for being so understanding." Take your time. Get all the closure you need. She left at 6 p.m. At 6:45, Richard texted me, "I'm here." At 7:23, my phone exploded. Jenna calling, I let it ring. Texts flooding in. "What did you do? My dad is here. Marcus, pick up. This is crazy. How could you?" At 8:15, Richard called. "She's in my truck. We're having a conversation about honesty and respect." "Is she okay?" "She's fine." Embarrassed. Trevor nearly wet himself when I knocked. Opened the door in his boxers with candles lit everywhere. He snorted, "Closure my ass." "What now?" Now I drive my daughter home and we have a family discussion about values. You should pack her things. I'd already started. Update 1. Welp, the entitlement circus has come to town. After Richard dropped Jenna off Saturday night, she came home to find her stuff in boxes by the door. The screaming started immediately. You humiliated me. You called my dad? What are you, 12? You asked to sleep with your ex. I said go ahead. You said you understood. I understood perfectly. That's why your stuff's packed. This is insane. It was just closure. One night to confirm my feelings for you. How thoughtful. Your bags are by the door. You're throwing me out? Over this? After I was honest with you? Honest would have been, I want to break up. Not let me bang my ex real quick before our wedding. She tried every angle. Tears, anger, seduction. Seriously, nothing worked. Finally called an Uber to her parents' house. Sunday, the flying monkeys arrived. Her best friend Kayla showed up at my door. You need to hear her side. I heard it. She wants to sleep with Trevor. Message received. It's not like that. She has unresolved trauma from that relationship. This was therapy. Therapy happens in an office, not in your ex's bed. You're being completely unreasonable. She chose you. After she finishes choosing him for a night, how lucky am I? God, men are so insecure. It's just sex. Cool. Then she can be just single. Monday brought her mother, Linda. Different approach, all tears and manipulation. Marcus, sweetie, she's devastated. She hasn't eaten since Saturday. Sorry to hear that. She made a mistake. She was confused. Pretty specific confusion. New lingerie and everything. Linda's face went red. She told me about that. It was to feel confident, not for him. Right. The closure lingerie. You're throwing away 3 years over one silly request. Silly. She asked to cheat on me with permission. It's not cheating if you agreed. I agreed she could do whatever she wanted, as a single woman. The wedding is in 6 months. Deposits are paid. What will people think? Ah, there it is. The real concern. That's Jenna's problem now. Tuesday was the lawyer, not a real lawyer. Trevor, Mr. Closure himself, showed up at my job. Security called me down. This dude, graphic tee, skinny jeans, guitar pick necklace, pushing 30 and dressed like 2008 never ended. Bro, we need to talk. No thanks. Look, I didn't know she was engaged, okay? This is on you. I laughed. Actually laughed. On me? She said you guys were having problems, that you were controlling. So controlled, I let her do whatever she wanted. You called her dad, man. That's psycho behavior. And you lit candles for another man's fiancée. That's homewrecker behavior. She said you were cool with it. I was. Still am. She's all yours. His face changed. Wait, what? No, I'm not looking for anything serious. Should have thought of that before offering closure appointments. It was just gonna be one night, for old time's sake. Congratulations, you got cock-blocked by consequences. Security escorted him out after he started yelling about me ruining everything. Apparently Jenna had been blowing up his phone since Saturday and he wanted his chill life back. But the real entertainment came today. Jenna showed up with her entire family. Richard, Linda, and her brother Todd, 24M. Full intervention mode. Richard looked uncomfortable as hell. Linda was in full mama bear mode. Todd just looked confused. Jenna had clearly coached them. We're here to help you two work through this misunderstanding, Linda started. No misunderstanding. Jenna wanted to sleep with her ex. I said okay, she's single now. Pretty straightforward. She didn't actually do anything. Todd piped up. You stopped her before anything happened. Because she got caught, not because she changed her mind. That's not fair, Jenna wailed. I was going to tell Trevor we should just talk, Richard snorted. Linda shot him a look. In your lingerie? I asked. I wanted to feel good about myself. Mission accomplished. You felt good enough to destroy our relationship. This is insane. It was one night, one stupid night that didn't even happen. You're ending everything over a thought? Over an action. You planned it, lied to your parents about it, bought special underwear for it, and went to his apartment for it. The only reason you didn't go through with it is because your dad showed up. Because you called him like a child. Because you acted like one. Richard finally spoke. Jenna, enough. The man's made his decision. Dad, you're supposed to be on my side. I am. That's why I'm telling you to stop embarrassing yourself further. Linda turned on him. How can you say that? She's your daughter. Who asked her fiancé for permission to cheat? He said no by saying yes, it's done. But the wedding will be cancelled, I interrupted. I'll handle my side of the vendor calls. Jenna can handle hers. You're really doing this? Jenna's voice was small. You're really throwing us away. I'm not the one who thought our relationship needed a farewell tour with your ex. I chose you. I was always going to choose you. After you chose him first, for closure. They left after more tears and shouting. Richard shook my hand on the way out. Todd muttered something about me being harsh. Linda promised this wasn't over, but the best part? Jenna's been texting nonstop. I'll go to therapy. We can do couples counseling. I'll never talk to Trevor again. It was a moment of weakness. You're the love of my life. Please don't throw us away. And my personal favorite, this isn't fair. I didn't actually do anything. You're punishing me for being honest. The entitlement is staggering. She genuinely believes she deserves credit for telling me she wanted to cheat instead of just doing it secretly. Tomorrow, I'm calling vendors and starting the cancellation process. Already changed my relationship status to single. The apartment's in my name, so that's sorted. Still processing the fact that she really thought I'd be cool with her having one last romp with her ex before we got married. Like it was a reasonable request. Like I should thank her for being honest about it. The closure she wanted, she got it. Just not how she planned. Final update. This'll be my last update because I need to move on, but figured you all deserve to know how this shit show wrapped up. First, the vendor situation. Since I was handling my half of the cancellations, I discovered something interesting. Jenna had been emailing our wedding photographer about doing a boudoir shoot as a surprise gift for me. Scheduled for next month, the photographer accidentally forwarded me the email chain when I contacted him about cancellation. Plot twist, she'd asked if the photos could be anonymous enough to share with someone special without identifying her. Yeah, those wedding gift photos were probably going to be Trevor's parting gift. Classy. The family drama escalated exactly as you'd expect. Linda started a social media campaign, not directly naming me, but posting quotes about forgiveness. And not throwing away love over small mistakes. And modern relationships require understanding. Her friends were all, "You go mama," and "someone doesn't deserve your angel." Until Richard commented, "Our daughter asked her fiancé for permission to cheat. He gave it by ending the relationship. Stop embarrassing our family further." Nuclear war in the comments. Linda dirty deleted everything within hours. But Jenna went scorched earth. She showed up at my gym with her friend Kayla, both in full makeup and workout clothes that looked fresh off the rack. They planted themselves on machines near me, talking loudly about how some men are too insecure to handle mature relationships and jealousy is so toxic. I finished my set and moved to another area. They followed. The gym staff started noticing. Kayla, loud enough for everyone. It's actually sad when men are threatened by women owning their sexuality. Me, equally loud. Hey everyone, quick poll. Who thinks it's cool to ask your fiancé if you can bang your ex one last time before the wedding? Dead silence. A guy on the bench press actually sat up to stare. Jenna went crimson. That's not what. Show of hands, anyone? No one thinks that's normal? Weird. They left. Gym manager high-fived me. 2 days later, I got a call from my mom. She lives across the country, but somehow Jenna got her number. "Mom, so I just had an interesting conversation with your ex-fiancé." Christ, what now? "She wanted me to talk sense into you, said you were having a masculine crisis and throwing away true love." Did she mention the part where she wanted to sleep with her ex? She said you misunderstood her need for therapeutic closure. Therapeutic closure, in her ex's bed. That's what I said. Then I told her any woman who asks my son for permission to cheat can go find closure at the bottom of a lake. I love my mom. But the grand finale came last weekend. I was at a bar with friends when Trevor walked in, with Jenna. They were clearly on a date, her hanging all over him, giggling at everything he said. My buddy Mike saw them first. "Dude, I see them." They hadn't noticed me yet. Then Trevor went to the bathroom and Jenna saw me. Her face was a masterpiece of emotions, shock, guilt, then defiance. She walked over. "Marcus, Joe, how are you?" "Great, you got your closure, I see. This isn't, we're just talking. In that dress, sure. I'm single now, thanks to you, I can do what I want. Absolutely, enjoy. This could have been avoided if you just What, let you cheat with permission? Waited at home while you banged him? It wasn't like that. It's exactly like that. Literally exactly what you asked for. Trevor came back, saw me, and tried to steer Jenna away. But she was on a roll. You threw away our future over nothing. Over you asking to sleep with the guy you're literally on a date with right now? The bar was getting quiet. People love free drama. It was one night. For closure. How's that closure working out? You seem pretty open to me. Trevor, come on, Jen. Let's go. Me. Oh, you're Jen now? Cute. Hey, Trevor, she tell you she was buying lingerie for your closure session while wearing my engagement ring? Trevor went pale. What engagement ring? Oh, she hadn't told him we were engaged, just having problems. The one I gave her 6 months ago, when I proposed, before she decided she needed your dick for therapeutic purposes. Trevor looked at Jenna. You said you guys broke up months ago. We were having issues. We had 0 issues until you invented one. Trevor? Jesus Christ. Jenna? Again? Again? Apparently this wasn't her first closure request. She'd pulled this with Trevor when they were dating too, needed closure with her high school ex. Trevor walked out. Just left her there. Jenna turned on me, tears streaming. Look what you did. You ruined everything. I didn't ask you to sleep with your ex. I didn't sleep with him. Because your dad showed up. Not because you changed your mind. You're so petty, so vindictive. I hope you die alone. Rather die alone than live with someone who needs to sample other dicks for closure. She threw her drink at me. Security threw her out. I'm done. Blocked her on everything. Told mutual friends I don't want updates. Richard texted me once more. Sorry you had to deal with this. You're a good man. She wasn't raised to act this way. I appreciated that. Funny thing? I keep thinking about that moment when she asked. The actual audacity of sitting across from your fiancé, wedding planned, life mapped out, and saying, hey, mind if I fuck my ex real quick? For closure? And expecting me to say yes, to wait at home while she went to close that chapter. To welcome her back with open arms after her therapeutic bang session. The entitlement. The delusion. The absolute balls to be mad that I didn't go along with it. She wanted closure, she got it. Our relationship is closed, permanently. I'm good now. Honestly. Dodged a tactical nuke dressed in a wedding dress. Started talking to someone new, a normal person who thinks cheating is bad, and closure happens in therapy, not in your ex's bed. To everyone saying I should have just said no and worked through it. Nah. The request itself was the deal breaker. The fact she thought it was reasonable, that she felt entitled to it, that she expected me to wait while she went to him, that tells me everything about who she really is. You don't ask someone you love to let you cheat. Period. Anyway, that's it. Trevor ghosted her. Her parents are embarrassed, and she's still posting vague quotes about mature love and small-minded people. Me? I'm just glad her dad picked up the phone that night. Best decision I ever made. Take all the closure you need, Jenna, somewhere else.